Welcome back to CycleGF channel. In this video we will be focusing mainly on roulette based on the request from our members, since we covered a lot of rigged games on Baccarat. So we'll be applying the same concept that we applied in Baccarat in terms of how to identify scams, right? So it's about the same methodology, but we'll apply it on roulette. So, what are the factors or what are the measures you need to watch out for in order to spot a scam? A couple of things. You need to watch for the house variance, and you need to watch for predictable patterns, and you need to watch for win rate of the existing players, and also the patterns in terms of is, for instance, black and red, is it becoming very predictable? Is the ball landing in a specific area in a very predictable way? All of this matters, okay, in order to spot the where the scam is. If you can spot these measures, obviously you can also it can help you to place the right bet. By the way, I mean, it's up to you how you really want to capture this information for your advantage. All right, so let's pick a table. Here, first of all, you need to watch out for the number of players. Okay, you need to know exactly how many players are playing in that specific roulette game, because in roulette it's not like Baccarat. Once you are inside the on the table, they're not going to show you exactly how many people are betting where, right? So this is why you need to know how many players are playing at the moment you are entering the table. And once in a while you need to get out and come back again to see what is the count is. What is the count of this number of players. So mega roulette. Okay, let's pick one. Okay, let's pick this one here. We got 277 player Roulette Spanish roulette. Well, I don't know about Spanish roulette. Japanese Baccarat, and you got I think this one will do. Speed. Now speed could be very quick. We need some time. Auto mega. Right. I think this is good. This is good. Okay. Nice. 442 players. Okay. Roulette. Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, another thing about the roulette, you need to watch the ball itself. Okay, is there any repulsion? Meaning that if ball is repelling from one area to the opposite area, that's a scam. I mean, that's where basically the remote control, they are pushing the ball or repelling the ball through a magnet. Once you see that, that's a scam work. Okay. And we will be watching out that as well. So the ball has to land in a specific area smoothly, like this one. This is very, very smooth. There is no magnet work on this one. All right. And it landed on 21. All right. So 441, right? 326. 326, that's a lot of winners, guys. So basically we said, let's fix the number at 450 players. It was 441. Let's fix it on 450. So out of 450, 336, that's more than 50%. Which means that the house variance is very high. So the possibility of the house, rigging the game is very high as well. Okay, 336 again. That's a lot. That's a lot of winners here. Okay. So these are the things that you need to watch out for. So now, if you want to bet, where are you going to bet? Okay. If you want to bet, look at the pattern. Okay, there is a predictable pattern, which is red. Okay, so you see how many reds here? 1, 2, 3, 4, only one black and then red. So here, basically, it's just starting to break the pattern on, red and black. So here you got to be careful because the pattern is breaking, Well, as I said, basically it's going from red to black, black to red. Prior to that, it was very, very, predictive, right? it was all red, and it suddenly became black and red. Here it means that there is a possibility of the house variance is very high because, as you have seen, the number of winners is very high compared to 450, 336 winners. That's, the ratio is very high. So, what are you going to do in this case? You're going to wait until, the ratio comes down. This number of, number of winners need to come down for you to escalate the bet size. I mean, just mark my word on this one. For you, if you want to escalate the bet size, you have to wait until the number of winners coming down less than 50% substantially. So 450 players, 339 winners. I know, I mean, some of you will say, well, we don't know how many of them are winning big and how many of them are winning small and how many of them are winning where. It doesn't matter. I mean, for me, I just want to make a simple decision based on what I see. And that's the information that I have. And I want to base my information on that. I don't care about how many people are winning in terms of size of winning and how many people are betting high, how many people are betting small. I don't give a crap about it. Okay, please. I know a lot of you guys are trying to outsmart this concept. I know you guys are very smart, but just mark my word. I mean, be very simple in your approach. Okay, so I just want to know that the number of winners have to come down for me to escalate the bet size. Currently, if you really want to bet, do not escalate the bet size. Okay, and do not overexpose yourself. Why? Because the house variance is high in this case. If the house variance is high, meaning that a lot of people are winning, and the house is, variance is high, meaning that they are giving their money out of their pocket to the winners. Okay, very simple. In this case, you need to de-escalate the bet size. Bet low. All right. So now currently, I'm just watching. Right? I'm just watching, and for me, this the number of winners are very high for me. So for the potential for the house, rigging the game is very high. I'm also watching the ball. If there is any type of repulsion of the ball due to the magnet, then that's a confirmation that the house is really scamming the game because the house variance is high. No, ball is normal. It's 15. Okay, so basically it's. Let's see the numbers here. 19, 15, 15. Well, look, I mean, 15 came twice. I know one of you guys said that, he bet high on something and then 2 times 0 came. I told him it's normal. I mean, if you are a regular player, you will see all kinds of odds distribution, by the way. As you can see, I'm not playing. I don't have money transferred into this account. I'm here just to basically explain you guys how to spot scams. And I will do some prediction when I see, the perfect timing where I could escalate the bet size, okay? So what I want to see is some kind of predictive pattern, a pattern that, easy to predict. Still, the win rate is high, okay? Players are winning, and the win rate is 4,400. I don't know. So I don't know what's the total bet sizes because it's not like Baccarat. Here, you don't have much information in terms of how many people are betting at what amount. You just have an aggregate amount here. So all the information that you have is the total number of players and the winning ratio in terms of number of players. And then you have this ball. Okay, now that's a bit of okay, now there something happened in the ball there. Okay. So now I'm going to be careful. Okay, so basically, I think there was some hiccup on the ball's movement, and then now I want to see a confirmation on the win rate. Are a lot of people losing or not? And also, I need to watch the pattern here, red and black, and because that's the only information that I have. And also, watch the pattern on these columns, like 16 and 15. 16 is column here, column 1, let's say column 1 to 3, column 1 and 3. right? So it's mainly on column 1 and 3, and it's going back to red. All right, so now I'm going to see the next result. If it's red and if it's on column 1 and column 3, okay, means that it's going to be the opposite of that on the next game. So let's see. That's at 26. Here you go. Okay, so right. That's where basically a potential scam is, because 26 is in the column B, in the middle column. Most of the time it landed on column 1 and column 3 and red, and those were the highly predictive results, right? So now I know that it's basically is deviating from a common outcome. Again, what's the 20? See what I mean? Again, on column B. So basically, a lot of people might be betting on column 1 and column 3 because those were two columns. Most of the time the ball landed on. But now 26 and 20. So I would be betting on column B, and I will do a martingale on this one in this case. Okay. So basically, let's say I place a $10 on column B, which is the middle column. Two. There you go. All right. That's how you spot a weakness in the house, and accordingly you make a decision. All right, folks. So okay. So basically, I won. Now I'm going to watch again. I'm not going to bet. I'm going to watch where the ball is going to land, which column. Okay, pay attention to what I'm doing, okay? Because I spotted a pattern that ball, landed on column 1 and column 3, okay, most of the time. Wow, 0. There we go. Another deviation from usual pattern, okay? So again, I'm going to watch. Most likely it's going to be a column B, in the middle, column 2, or column B. That's A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, same thing, all right? So my guess is the ball is going to land a few more times in middle column. So I'm going to watch this carefully. And this is the short-term strategy, guys. I mean, this is not a long-term strategy. You need to basically take profit and run. All right, so basically it went to column 1. All right, so, and again, a lot of people are betting on column 1 and column 3, by the way, because their memory is stuck on these two columns. So now it went to column 1, and it's going to go back to column 2, or column B. So this is the column I'm going to be betting on right now again.
Black.
Okay, so let's consider that one loss. So I'm going to double up again on column B. On this column, middle column. And again, I'm not basically telling you guys a strategy or anything like that. It's just that how to spot a scam. So basically, most likely, the casino is going to scam everyone, and basically the ball, is starting to be controlled, and it's going to land in the middle. There you go, 35. What I told you. I told you guys. All right. It's easy, okay? I mean, if you understand the concept of, the measures of how casinos manipulate, you can actually strategize around it. It's pretty simple. Okay? But you really have to focus, what I'm telling you. I mean, you got to understand exactly what I'm telling you. You need to understand the house variance. You need to understand what is the most predictive pattern that took place. You need to understand the total number of players. You need to understand in terms of win rate, and you need to understand the movement of the ball. Is the ball beginning to, repel? I mean, meaning that they are controlling the ball. if they are repelling the ball, means that they're going to move away from a predictive pattern. So if the predictive pattern is column 1 and 3, obviously they're going to push the ball to column 2 or middle column. That's how I spotted how the ball will land. Okay. Now, is this going to work in a regular casino? I think so. I would probably think so. I think it's going to work the same in online or in land-based casino. Okay, so what is the name of this roulette table? Roulette roulette. Okay, so I think it's going to kick me out here. No, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's repeat the process. What we have done so far. And wow, look at this column B, guys. Wow, column B is hot. Okay, there was one member or one subscriber. She was saying that she continuously bet on specific column. I believe she was saying, or she bet on one of these two columns consistently, and consistently the house was against it. So basically, what I would tell her if she's watching this video. First of all, you need to sit down and watch the pattern. Just spend about 10-15 minutes and watch exactly what is the common pattern is. Once you understand the common pattern or predicting pattern, and then you need to watch for win rates, and you need to watch for the movement of the ball. If the ball is repelling or not. If the ball is not repelling, means that everything is normal. The house is not rigging the game. But once you spot that the ball is beginning to repel, means that they will try to get away from a common pattern to a less common pattern. Okay, that's how you need to position yourself in roulette. Okay, and this is my approach. This is the way I see it. Okay, this is my opinion. Okay, I might be wrong, I might be right. But as you guys have seen, it worked out perfectly well. So when I saw that the ball was repelling, I moved away from the common pattern to less common pattern, and that's exactly what the ball landed in a less common pattern, right? Which is column B, the middle column, right? I hope you guys understood what I'm saying. Okay, so so far it's been about 20 minutes into this video. So let's see if we can do this again on another table so that we can explain this thing one more time before we end the video. Okay. Yeah, because there were a lot of requests for roulette. So yeah, okay, let's go into the Spanish roulette. It doesn't really matter because we understand, the whole measure that we are looking at, okay, in order to identify the winning approach for roulette. All right, so here we go. Okay, I want to know how many players are there. So I need to go back and see because they don't really list the number of players inside the table. All right, so here we go. Where was that? Roulette English marker? Okay, well. It was this one. Yeah, 277, guys. 277, okay? 277 players. All right. Let's get started. All right, so 277. All right, see the pattern, guys, is pretty much mixed on red and black. But in terms of number, 13, 20, 11, 25, 16, 7, 5. So most of the time, the ball landed in column A and column B, or column 1 and column 2. So we are looking for an opportunity to start to bet on column 3. So in order to start, there we go. It already started, by the way. It already started. Anyhow, okay, let's watch for, some kind of confirmation in terms of, a rigged game. Okay, so where are you going to get that? You're going to get that from the movement of the ball. So I want to see some repulsion in the ball movement. Okay, so let's see, are they, pushing or repelling the ball from one area to another? That was normal, nothing abnormal. And it is column B. And that's in column B. So far, same pattern. Okay, the ball is landing in the same pattern. So basically, it's just a matter of time when the casino or the house is going to start pull the rug. Okay, but we want to know when are they going to pull the rug, and that's based on the repulsion of the ball. See, ball landed very nicely, and it, and the ball, and basically the result is common pattern, in the predictive pattern. So basically, it's very, very predictive, because this is, the column 1 and column 2 is where most of the time the ball is landing. All right. So there is no suspicious activity so far. The ball is landing perfectly well. Again, it's wow. Okay, that's our betting area, but we haven't started yet. Okay, 277, 189. Okay, now the win rate is coming down. Okay, so 189 still is slightly above 50%. I cannot rely much on this number of players in roulette game for some reason. I'm just gonna stick with the predictive pattern and the ball movement for roulette, to be honest with you. I mean, to be frank, I'm not really convinced about the number of players, because these players might be betting all over the place, and it's not really okay. So again, it landed in the common pattern area, which is 1 and 2. Ooh, 92. Wow, that's way low. 200. Okay, now I'm going to start betting on column 3. So I'm going to start the martingale betting on column 3, because the win rate, people lost a lot on that round. Okay, so that's an indication that the casino might be rigging the game. All right, and I'm going to watch the ball as well. Column 3. Okay, so I lost that. That's loss number 1. I'm going to double now on column 3. Yeah. Wow, 98. Okay, so that's win rate is low, but the ball movement is normal. So I'm not going to go crazy over my, doubling up my bet. It's just that, it's a normal martingale. It's not, too much escalation on the bet size. But I'm going to stick with column 3 in this case. There you go. We got it. 12. All right. That's how you strategize on the roulette, guys. I really hope that you understood, how to read. There is a read. There is or a trigger, and this is the right way, to read the roulette. I mean, not just roulette, any casino games. You have to understand everything what I say, about this, how you spot the scam, by the house. There are key measures you need to watch out for, and if you really want to know more, just repeat this video and pay attention to what I'm saying. And if you still don't understand, please, add your comment below this video. I'll explain you guys what do I mean by these terms, like the house variance, individual variance, aggregate variance, predictive pattern, the common pattern. Waiting for the confirmation for the scam. And when the scam occurs, basically, you know that the house is ready now to move away from predicting pattern to the uncommon pattern, and then you start basically, on your progressive bet, slowly, and then once you make a win, that's it, stop. Okay, and then you have to start over again. So, I presume that, if you know how, the house can manipulate, and you take and you make a decision accordingly to overcome the manipulation, I believe you could win. I mean, that's my theory, by the way. Okay, that's my analysis, and that's about it. So basically, that's my opinion, guys. I mean, you guys can do, whatever you want to do, but I think, this is how you can spot a manipulation and protect yourself if you really want to win. Okay, and make it short, guys. This is not a long-term strategy. This is a very, very short-term strategy if you really want to use this, to counter the manipulation of the house. All right, guys. I hope that you guys liked it. Give it a like, and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Cheers.